Hi guys, welcome to the Formless Guide. Today, we take a journey, not through the visible world, but into the deepest, most hidden strata of the internal. We're talking about quantum technology and the grand tapestry of consciousness. This might sound like a scientific leap, but I promise you, the deepest findings of quantum mechanics are simply a new language for the oldest spiritual truths. They are a modern day koan, a prompt for self-inquiry. So let's settle in. Take a deep, gentle breath. Relax the shoulders, relax the eyes, and let the knowing of the body soften. We are entering the realm of the formless. In our everyday experience, we are conditioned by a powerful feeling of separation. My mind is separate from the mind that's next to me. The thought I hold is private. This conditioning, the belief in the limited, isolated self, creates the friction, the suffering, and the relentless sense of striving. It is the ego's self most cherished illusion. Now in the East, we use a tool called a koan. A koan is a question or a statement that cannot be solved by the analytical mind. It's designed to push you past logic, past your conditioned response, and directly into the heart of your pure awareness. Today, the quantum physicists have given us a new set of koans. What is the first? It's the principle of entanglement. Imagine two particles linked together. They are separated by space, maybe across a room, maybe across the galaxy. Yet, if you measure the state of one, the other instantaneously assumes a corresponding state. No time passes, no signal travels. They are fundamentally not separate. This is the ultimate koan of non-duality given to us by science. How can two things be apart, yet always be one? This finding is a beautiful physical metaphor for our true non-dual reality, a paradox of itself. The boundary you perceive between your inner self and the outer cosmos is an illusion of the mind. Your true consciousness is not isolated, it is entangled with all things. There is no extra space between you and the experience of reality. You are the field, the quantum machine in its elegant dance of existing as a cloud of possibility, infinity, is simply embodying the state of unconditioned awareness that you in your core already are. This leads us to the second great koan of the quantum world, what we call the observer effect. In a lab, merely watching a tiny particle forces it to collapse from a cloud of possibility into a single, defined state. The observer, the witness, fundamentally alters the field. In your spiritual practice, we call this witnessing. The mind is a whirlwind of fear, desire, judgment. These thoughts are just possibilities, like quantum clouds of potential. They are not solid until you give them the energy of identity and belief. When you sit in stillness and you simply witness a thought of anxiety or doubt, you are engaging the observer effect. You are not trying to change or resist the thought. You are simply holding it in the light of pure awareness. And in that moment, the power of the thought collapses. It loses its ability to define you. It returns to the formless field from which it came. Quantum technology offers increasingly precise neural interfaces, but these are mapping the conditioned mind. The true witness, your unconditioned awareness, needs no technology to see itself. The only tool required is presence. The ultimate quantum computer is the liberated self. So let's gaze into the future, the so-called consciousness scape, through the lens of the Formless Guide. The world will tell you the goal of integrating quantum tech with the mind is about addition. More knowledge, more processing power, more connection. The quest for the ultimate ego upgrade. But as formless travelers, we recognize a deeper truth. True integration is dissolution. If this technology can truly allow us to experience non-separation, to directly share and transfer consciousness, what happens to the boundaries of the self? The trauma I thought was mine is witnessed and held by a wider, entangled field. The certainty I held about my rigid identity now dissolves into an ocean of shared awareness. The fear of death, which is merely the ego's ultimate fear of non-existence, is seen as just a transition within the eternal entangled reality. The future of quantum consciousness is not about owning more. It's about being less of the defined, separate self. It's about fulfilling the deepest spiritual impulse to move from form back to the formless. The challenge ahead is whether we will use this powerful knowledge of non-separation to build a better prison for the ego, or to finally open the door and walk out into the formless freedom that has always been our home. Let the quantum koans deepen your practice. See the entanglement in the stranger's eyes, in the space between your every breath, and in the fabric of the universe that is fundamentally your own being. You are already whole. This is another layer of shedding in the growing of what we call the formless nature within. Join us as we continue to explore with our link in bio, as well as podcasts that's available on all platforms. This is your Formless Guide, and welcome to Quantum Consciousness. Signing off.